In 2022, Tesla added a discrete GPU and Steam to their vehicles. Everyone had one question: Cyberpunk into Cybertruck? Here it is. In this video, we'll show you how to do that and much, much more. Welcome back to EVTV. One of the things that we have noticed is a lot of rumors about whether Tesla is adding AirPlay or CarPlay. Bloomberg had a report calling it AirPlay. Another outlet called it AirPlay, referring to the same rumor. One of the things that does is we want to clear up the confusion between AirPlay and CarPlay. This is kind of important because a lot of people are wondering whether Tesla's going to add both. There's some rumors on Apple with iOS 26. And the reality is, I think as we are moving towards autonomy, AirPlay makes sense because the user would be able to cast their own media to the cybercab since they won't have anything else really to do once driving is out of the equation. With that being said, one of the things that we want to clarify is that AirPlay is for movies. CarPlay gives you widgets like weather, navigation, music. You can see that we can add things like ABRP, Electrify America, ChargePoint, and other charging apps. What we'd like to do is not have to pick. Let's install both. This is a Raspberry Pi 4, and we're going to show you how to install it in the Cybertruck. So once you get to teslaandroid.com, scroll all the way down until you get to the part where it says build your own DIY, and go ahead and click on that. Next, go ahead and click follow our instructions. Go ahead and click Raspberry Pi 4 releases. Scroll down and go ahead and download the release that says RPi 4. Save to your downloads. Do not unzip it. Next, open Raspberry Pi Imager. If you haven't, go ahead and download that now. And make sure you get an SD card that's at least 64 gigs. And go ahead and select Raspberry Pi 4. Scroll down to Other Image. And click the image you just downloaded. Wait. Go ahead. I understand, and write. Laid out in front of me are all of the devices that are needed to have a complete solution. The first thing you need is a Raspberry Pi. This is a Raspberry Pi 4 with the argon case. You want cooling. This has a heatsink and an active fan because running Android on this will stress the Pi out. It also has a Type-C port, so you will need a Type-C port, and you can either power this from the USB-C ports in your car or from a battery bank. And if you have a Type-A port, you'll want an A to C cable. Let me just go ahead and plug that right in. The next piece you're going to want is HDMI in. This is a USB to HDMI in. We got this at Micro Center, but you can get any one on Amazon. You will get better performance if you get some of the higher end ones from, say, Elgato. And that goes in right here. You're going to go ahead and pick the USB 3 for higher bandwidth, even though HDMI 2 will fit within the 480 MIPS max for USB 2. The next thing you're going to want is the CarPlay module. This is a Carlinkit. We've been able to confirm that it works with this type of CarPlay module. The link is in the description, but also feel free to test with other CarPlay modules. This goes ahead and goes into another USB port. The last thing you're going to need is a data connection. Here we have a basic 5G modem, and this plugs in via Type-C. And you can either plug this in here, or you can use your phone or use the network. There's an Ethernet port in the Pi, and you can provide data to the Pi that way. This is important because Tesla will not allow you to connect unless you have a data connection. There is a way to trick it using offline mode in this, but that does prevent you from accessing remote commands in your Tesla unless it turns off with the car. So if you have accessory power on, make sure to either turn it off or maintain a data connection. And then, of course, what you want to plug into the HDMI port, whether that be a gaming console, we have a PlayStation controller here, or an Apple TV, and this is how you get AirPlay, or whatever you'd like, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, Fire TV, whatever you want. All right, with this complete set, this can hide in the console, center console of your Tesla or near the back seat. Let's go ahead and plug this into the truck. Okay, now that we're in the truck, we have everything fully assembled, and what we're going to do is, this is the USB-C port. Now this is a Foundation Series Cybertruck, so it does have USB-C at the back. You can choose to plug it in here, but to make the whole thing cleaner, we'll go ahead and put it into the USB-C inside the console. Go ahead and plug that in, there we go. And just go ahead and hide it in there. If you have a device like an HDMI device, you can either run the cable out, or if it's going to be wireless, you can just keep it inside the console. This thing is quite cavernous. And now once you're in your Tesla vehicle of choice, we're going to go ahead and tap the Wi-Fi networks, and you're going to see a Wi-Fi network called Tesla, Android, followed by a bunch of random numbers. Go ahead and connect to that. We already connected it here, and then the last piece is to go ahead and open a browser and go to device.teslaandroid.com. We already went here once, so it'll be in the history, but it's also here, so we just go ahead and press that. And there you go. Now you've got CarPlay. You've got weather, you've got neat widgets like calendar, clock, you've got maps. A lot of people, they like Waze for their applications, for traffic reports. You can view things like music. Okay, one of the cool things that Apple Music allows is something called SharePlay. Anyone within the vicinity of a car allows you to connect and control the music queue. I'm sure this will actually come in really handy as more people join the car. So what happens is there's a QR code, but any iPhone that's within vicinity of someone playing with Apple Music will get a little pop-up that asks them to join the music queue. And what happens now is this allows anyone in the car to control the playlist during the music. And of course, the driver can of course choose to control each of the music. They have access to lyrics, they can switch other options, and of course they can pull up friends queues or hit an auto mix, and that will mix both the queues of everyone within the car. So
road trip solved.
Absolutely, absolutely. In addition to karaoke, one of the cool things that you can do is pull up an app called Onyx. Those of you who are in the overlanding community are probably familiar with this. Rivian promised integration with this trail application 2-3 years ago, and it hasn't happened yet. So we're going to show you how to do it on the Cybertruck. Once you simply download it from the Play Store, and you can pull it up here. I have the Cybertruck now in off-road mode, so I can switch between all of the overland gadgets like pitch, roll, yaw, diff lock, wade mode, and I can also pull up, because it's integrated with GPS, the actual trail. Obviously we're not on the trail, we're at the shop, but I can at least pan and look through the rest of the trails. And in addition to that, we can also have the passengers view this. If you take a look in the back, one of the neat things that you can do is actually cast. So if we have, the trick is to go to YouTube, and then we're going to search for Tesla Android. Thankfully we already have it here because it's hard to tap from the back. And let's go ahead and tap the channel name and tap the magic link. Come on, let's pull it up there. And now you have what you have in the up front back here. So the rear passengers, or whoever you're with, can actually assist with the maps, while the person up here has the rest of the overlanding map. And of course, if you have the passenger here, you'd also have it up front, but it's easy to tap in between each of these systems. People can enjoy the ride. Now we know that it's already native to Tesla, but for other apps, for example, we can pull up Home Assistant, we can pull up other things and pull up any sort of apps for the car that have been developed by others until Tesla hopefully opens up and builds a third-party app store. Now, when you go here, you'll also be presented with a regular Android interface. If you had the CarPlay module installed, it will automatically boot up, and to connect to it, you would just pair it either via Bluetooth or just plug your phone directly into the CarPlay device first. Now, to go into a different device, go ahead and select one of the apps. We're going to switch to HDMI input. And that opens up the HDMI input and allows us to play games or connect the Apple TV.
She should be in a Cybertruck.
One of the cool things that you can do here is, in addition to playing games on the screen, theoretically the advanced one is now what we're going to have 2, 3, 4 players playing. This persists while driving, and we've got a couple clips to show that. But not only can you play while driving, you can play in the front and also in the back. One of the neat things that I'm able to do, for example, is play, and the rear passengers are able to essentially just hang out and continue the game for the passengers. You gotta forgive me here, it's hard to play upside down. But the game still, it still works. No matter if you tap here or up on the main screen, you're able to do that. So what have we learned? Once you put a virtual Android tablet in the Tesla, you get access to a whole new slew of functionality. Basically the equivalent of jailbreaking the Tesla without jailbreaking the Tesla. Tesla cannot technically override this because this runs through the browser. So if they disable the browser, then we have a different story. But that's going to affect more than just this. This gets you access to games. This gets you access to more maps. This gets you access to trails. This gets you access to Google Cast. This gets you access to AirPlay. This gets you access to Xbox. And all of these things, and more importantly, while in motion. Ultimately, the goal for this is to add quite a bit more functionality to your Tesla until Tesla gets things restored, like HomeLink for the newer vehicles. We want to restore, we want better off-road functionality. We want to add additional viewing options, not just Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Twitch. You can also get Tubi. You can also get, foreign services or whatever you'd like to see. You can add multiple games that people can play, not only with the front passengers and with the rear passengers. This unlocks all sorts of new possibilities, and we really hope that we really support this project here at EVTV. We'll show you the parts, how to do it, in the description below, and feel free to try it and let us know how it goes. And please comment, like, and subscribe, and just follow for more.
Hello, I'm Jack Rickard, and this is Electric Vehicle Television, EVTV.
This be the type of car we drive into the future? I think if people knew about these cars, it would be over.
Submit.